Hi there, welcome back to Watercolor Basics Part 3. Today we'll be talking about paper, so let's get started. So to begin, it looks like I've saved the best for the last. Paper is one of the most important thing when it comes to painting with watercolors. It makes or breaks your painting. So paper is what I should have covered this first, I think, and this should have been the first video that I uploaded, but never too late. I think I cannot stress enough, and I think I have stressed enough even in my previous videos, that paper, and a good quality paper, especially good quality cotton paper, is what you should be looking for when you start painting with watercolors. I will be discussing certain budget friendly options later in the video, but for the most part I would encourage you to spend all of your money, if need be, on the best quality of paper that you can afford. So when we start thinking about watercolor paper, we have to keep in mind that it has to be thick enough to hold juicy washes, and even if your washes are not going to be that thin and juicy, even then, since it's going to be watercolors is all about water, and then there is going to be water, your copy paper or your cardstock, which is on the thinner side, will just not be able to hold up well, and they're going to start piling up as you keep adding layers. So stay away from those kind of papers and look for paper that says specifically that it is for watercolor. Watercolor paper can be found by many different brands. You just have to head out to your hobby store and you can find them. The brand that I have tried are Strathmore and Canson. And Strathmore watercolors can be found in 140 pound and 90 pound. And when I mean what I mean by the pound is the weight of the paper, and 90 pound is on the thinner side and 140 pound is on the thicker side. And I think that's all we need to know at this point. I don't want to get into the details and confuse you. I just want to say that look for 140 pound paper if you are going to be doing a lot of washes, and if you're going to be using a lot of water, then I think 140 pound is a good place to start, and it leads to less frustration that way. 90 pound paper can buckle if you are going to have too much water on the paper, and that leads to a little bit of disappointment because you start painting and then it starts buckling up and it starts curling up on you. So I would say if you had to just pick up the 140 pound paper. It's called Strathmore watercolor, and this is not a sponsored video, and this is just me trying to share what I have done so far, what I have tried so far. So in no way is this a sponsored video. Strathmore watercolor paper, as I said, does come in 90 pound also, and this is not cotton paper. These are mixed paper. They do not mention what exactly goes into their paper, but for them usually it is cellulose, and sometimes it's mixed with cellulose and cotton. But Strathmore watercolor, the paper that I'm showing you here, is definitely cellulose. Another brand that I'm showing you here is the Canson XL, and these are also watercolor paper, and they are 140 pound. They come in various sizes, so the size is not of much importance as much as the weight of the paper. So get a size that is most comfortable for you. And I have used watercolor paper by both Strathmore and Canson to create greeting cards. My original watercolor painting greeting cards are usually made with this, and I find them good enough for greeting cards, especially because I don't use much water on those, and they have never buckled on me for greeting cards. So I have not tried juicy washes on them, and for usually my original paintings I reserve the Arches paper, which I'll be talking about next. Moving on to my favorite, and that's 100% cotton paper. These are slightly expensive, but they're so totally worth the investment, because only if you start painting on cotton paper you'll realize what a difference it makes to your final work. All my finished paintings are always done on cotton paper, and especially if I will be selling them, I do not use any other paper but Arches 100% cotton. These can be found in cold pressed and hot pressed. There is smooth and rough, and hot press is smooth by nature. The way they make hot press paper is smooth, and I really don't prefer that as much as I prefer the cold press. So I use the green cold press paper, the green block, and that's cold press paper. These come in blocks, which are blocks are nothing more than the paper being glued on all four sides, so that it is easy when you apply washes. It takes the moisture well and it doesn't buckle, and then you just take a butter knife or paper knife and you just cut them out. There is a slit on top, and then you just remove your paper. It also comes in large sheets, and then it comes in paper pans. But the one that I prefer are the blocks or sheets, because sheets I can tear them down to the size of the painting that I'll be painting. So then there is another brand called Fabriano. This is something that I found, this particular part of paper I found at my local hobby store, and these are not artist quality. These are not 100% cotton. This is just 25% cotton, but in a pinch, if you're out of your regular paper, then it was good enough. It was not too bad, but since it was hot press, it is on the smoother side. I prefer the texture and of the cold press, so I usually get myself the cold press paper. So yeah, so cotton papers can be found by many different brands. Arches are not the only one. Just the ones that I have tried and I have used has been this brand. So I'm in no way sponsoring any brands here. It's just that I prefer Arches over others, and I've been using them for such a long time that I've kind of gotten used to it. So yeah, so that's what I would say. Get yourself cotton paper, even if it's just a small pad of paper, just to try it out. Get a small pad of paper and you will notice a difference immediately. So that's all that I had for today. I hope you found this video helpful. If you do have any questions, leave me a comment below. And I'm going to see you soon in the next one, which is going to be a floral one. So stay tuned and see you next week. Bye.